What a great service, what a great message. Thank you very much for joining us today. A great message on prayer. And hey, just a reminder, if you didn't know already, if you need resources on prayer, we have a discipleship library that is available at the Life Center. And it's not, a lot of people think of that library as just for small groups and connect groups, but it's for individuals as well. And that might help you along in maybe understanding prayer a little bit better, and might give you some great studies or devotions to include into your time of reflection or prayer. So just think about that. It's located in our Life Center. If you ever want to come by and take a look and see what we have to offer, please do. You're more than welcome to. You know, I got some more just announcements to go over. A couple things I didn't get to beforehand. One of the things that we have coming up is our Passage season. And Passage is our confirmation group here at New Hope United Methodist Church. If you have a student who's getting ready to go into 7th grade, get in touch with me about the information that we have about going through confirmation. We had a orientation this past week, but if you happen to miss that virtual orientation, there is a post on Facebook as well as on our online website that you can go to check out a copy of that. And what we did was we basically just gave you information about the calendar, about just specifics and details that you need to know when it comes to registering your student for confirmation this year. So, and also if you want to just come by, if you are beyond the virtual thing and you've had enough of looking at videos, that's okay too. If you want to come by the office and pick up a packet about our Passage confirmation season, then please do. It'll be available at the front counter at our office during normal business hours. Also, I just want to remind you too that tomorrow our children's ministry will have a drive-through for children's ministry families that have students up till 6th grade. You guys are welcome to come by and pick up a giant pixie stick and a kit to make your own drum with. Sounds fun, sounds like a lot of summer excitement right there. And we are going to have those drive-thrus between 9:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. and also in the evening tomorrow between 6 and 7. So get the kids, come on by, pick up a giant pixie stick. I'm looking forward to seeing how big that could be and how much sugar is involved, as well as just a great kit for the kids to do something over the summertime. It's well worth your time, and there's going to be plenty of other things we're going to be doing as far as connection and reaching out to your young students out there. How is your prayer life? How's it going? Is it important to you? Do you have that space? We all have spaces, like Riley said. What space is important to you to have that moment and that time for reflection? A reminder, too, that we have opened up our sanctuary twice this week for times of reflection and prayer. You are more than welcome to come by Monday between 1 and 4 and Thursday between 9 and 1. Those are open times for you to come by in the space, in God's house, to have that moment of prayer and reflection. And we just ask that you wear a mask, because we are practicing social distancing even in those times. So that's a time for you to come and join in and catch up with your prayer and have that moment in time and space going along with your relationship with God. Are you doing a lot of talking in your prayer and instead of a lot of listening? Maybe that's something we need to focus on too, you know? Maybe if you're like me, a lot of times you're just running out of breath when you pray and you're like, wait a minute, that's not what prayer is all about, you know? Yeah, it's a conversation with God and it's about listening too. So maybe we need to just check ourselves. It was a great message today to just kind of run through and check ourselves. And in fact, that's what this card is all about. It's just a reminder for our habits and disciplines and our work and our discipleship and our just growth, the spiritual growth card with God. And what a great message today by Riley, just inviting us to just kind of maybe study ourselves, look at ourselves, wonder what we can do to make it better. One thing he brought up was the simplicity of prayer, and I totally get that, because a lot of times we just tend to talk to God, especially in front of a lot of people, with a lot of churchy words and a lot of theological terms, and just we're never what prayer is all about. It's not a theatrical production. I think some of the best prayers I've ever heard in my life were the ones that were just excited to be vulnerable, humbled, honest and real, and confessing. And that's what prayer is all about. You know, we don't need all of the production. We don't need all the theatrics. We just need to be confessing and honest with our Lord in heaven. So keep that in mind. A lot of great things to take away from today's message. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We thank you for joining us online. We thank you for being here in the sanctuary with us during our beta testing services. One thing I want to remind you of is that we are here, and you can always send in your prayer requests. We have a prayer service on Wednesdays between 12 and 1 where we do worship and prayer. And you know what? We are not praying for you, we are praying with you. And we need the practice, right? We always need the practice. So remember, church is not a place you visit. It's a family you belong to. And we are glad that you joined us today on New Hope Online and in our beta testing sanctuary service. We thank you and have a blessed week. Remember to be safe and be cautious and be of God. Have a great, wonderful week.